Hey, how's everyone doing today? And we got a fantastic plugin for you guys and even a giveaway. So we are showcasing this plugin called CinematicUI, and this is probably one of the new age style of plugins because I've not really seen it anywhere at all, and it is fairly new actually, but it is so cool, guys. It is very, very cool. So, get rid of all your GUI plugins. This one is gonna take it over. You guys will see it because it is insane. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first is come join my Discord because a huge shout out to developer. He's allowing me to give away one copy to you guys. So make sure come join my Discord, enter the giveaway. You guys have about a week. Subscribe if you have not, share the video, all that great stuff. So anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. So to demonstrate to you guys how this all works, I'm going to head and open one. So we got a test one right here that has been provided as a default example, but here it is. So got the cinematic UI, and we can go ahead and click on the different items. So as you say, there's no hacking, and these are the rules of the server, so no trolling and no swearing. And then we can go back to location, but it teleports you whatever location that you saved, and then players can click on whatever ones that you want, and it just pops out when you highlight it. So it's really cool, guys. So we can go ahead and go back. And so as I said, this is one of these new age plugins, and it is fantastic. You will not go wrong with this plugin on your server. So let's go ahead and do the main command, which is /CUI. This brings up your main help command, so you can go ahead and click it. There's a pretty simple commands, pretty straightforward, but let's go ahead and create our own CUI. So whenever you create a cinematic UI, you have to go wherever location that you want the player to be sort of frozen. They don't have to be frozen, but for this example, I'm going to have them frozen and above a spawn, because then they can open this help menu that we're going to create. So let's go ahead and do CUI create, and then we can go ahead and get the name. So we'll just call this help, alright? So we can go ahead and create it. As you see, we are now in this location, and we can do a new UI element. So you can look wherever, you can look under here, you can look pretty much wherever. So go ahead and left click it, and then now we can select item that we want to change. So you can either have a player's skull, you can have a block, and you can have custom textures as well, which is pretty awesome. So I'm going ahead and let's go with an ender chest, because this is going to be or an ender frame, and this is going to be my sort of a warp or crate system. All right, so this is going to be my warps, and so I'm going to have this go to warp crate. So now once we have select that item, we can go ahead and click edit. So go ahead and left click it, and so we have a general. These are the general tabs. Here's the movement, the hover sounds. You can have items, and then the actions that you want to be executed. So we can go ahead and change the name. So go ahead and click it, and I'm just going to call this warp crate. All right, so this will pretty much open my crate menu. Now we can go ahead and we can toggle it if we want to have the enchant glow. So that looks pretty cool, it has a little enchant and glow. And then we can set a cooldown so players won't spam it, and this is in milliseconds. So every 100 or 1,000 milliseconds equals 1 second. So we can do 5,000. We can do 5,000, which is 5 seconds. Now we can change the spawn distance. So we can set it to 3, as you see it will come forward more, or we can put it back to 10, which is way out there, but I want it pretty close, so let's do 4, right? So that is sort of the default. So then we have a pop-out distance, so whenever you highlight it, it will stand out. So I'm going to head and change that to 1, and so that will just pop out a little bit more. And then we can also have an angle if you want it to have this cool little angle between the UI and the player, and for the forward movement. So you can change that if you want. I'm going to leave it the same. So we can go ahead and change the sounds as well. So I'm going to head and look at the sounds. Go ahead and set a sound. As you see, the full list can be found on the Spigot page. So I'm going to just use block anvil destroy sound, so go ahead and enter that. Now we have the sound set, and then you can change the volume and the pitch as well. So over here you can change the item as well, and then this is for if you want custom texture. So if you want to have a custom texture, you can go to this Minecraft heads and then go to the custom head section, and we'll set that a little bit later. But now I want to go ahead and edit this actions. So let's go ahead and edit the actions, and then we can create a new action. So in here you can open another UI that you made, which is really nice. You can run a command, you can send a message, or you can change the server, and this works with bungee cord, which is really nice. So I'm going to head and run a command, and we can run it from the player or from console. So for the warp crates, I'm just going to use /cc, and this is for the crazy crate system, so it will open a GUI. So now we can run that command right here, and you can make multiple commands and multiple actions, and then they'll, if you have multiple ones, you can click the sort action, and we'll sort the actions all right here. So anyways, let's go back, and yes, we want to save that. So there we go. Now we made our first one just like so, and then you can move the element as well. You can move this around. So currently it is on the x-axis, and then we can do the y-axis, so you can move it up and down. So if you want it like under you or something, so we can like set it like right there, and then we can also change the rotation. So here is the rotate y-axis, x or z, so we can like flip it like, I don't know, like 35 degrees or something. As you see, it's like kind of hidden out there, but anyways, we can go ahead and confirm that location, and then now we can go ahead and close the builder and save the UI. So now if we just say we're running around spawn, and then we can do CUI open, and then let's do help, and there we go. We got the sound that pops out, and so as you see, it brings up the crazy crates GUI, and now we can go ahead and select our crate system, and we're all still right here. Now we can go ahead and claim our prizes with the crazy crates, and we're still right here, so we can open multiple crates as well, which is pretty insane. So this is a crazy awesome plugin, guys. I highly recommend it, and you can utilize it pretty much in any other type of plugin that you want, which is awesome. So, and then to get out of it, we can do CUI at close, and that will just close it. So it's best to make a close action, so let's go ahead and do that. So we can do edit, and then help. So let's go ahead and edit one. So now we can add a new element. So let's go over here, and we'll add let's see, the player school for this one. So we'll go ahead and place it right there. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over here and show you guys how you can add a custom head texture. So here you can just go to the Minecraft heads, and then you can go to the custom head section. So I want to use this lock one to close the CUI. So to do that, you're going to come down here and just copy this Minecraft URL, and then now back in game, then we're going to click edit. So now I want to set the custom texture, and this is the URL that we just copied. So let's go ahead and paste it in here, and there we go. As you see, it is now changed. So let's go ahead and make this action, and let's go to the new action, and then we can do close UI and just put it right there. So now let's go ahead and close this CUI. So now if we open the CUI again, if we go ahead and click it, as you see, it does close. So let's go ahead and edit the help one again. So we'll go up here, and then we'll change the text. So we'll go ahead and change the text, and we'll just say close. So we'll say close menu just like so, and there we go. That stands out perfectly. So we have the crate system. So let's go ahead and make, let's go actually and move this to the side over here. We'll go ahead and put it like right there or so. And then let's go ahead and make a new UI element, and we're going to call this PvP. So we'll do like a, I don't know, we'll do like a diamond sword or something. So we'll do diamond sword for a warp PvP. So I'm going to head and move this down like about right here, and we'll put it about right there. All right. So I'm going to flip this around 180 degrees. So, and there we go. It's like kind of upside down. So let's go ahead and put it just like right there. And then now we can go ahead and click the edit. So let's go and change this to, we'll do warp PvP, and that will stand out just like so. Let's go ahead and add an action. So we can do like new action. We can run the command run for the player. We can do like warp PvP or something, and we can set it right there. Now let's go back and save that, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and exit out of that. We can close the UI. So now if we do CUI open help, so we can go to warp PvP, and this is warp PvP, but remember we're still in the CUI, so if we move around it, will teleport us back. So there is the option that you can let players move, and then it will automatically close. So I will show you guys that in the config, but everything else is working pretty properly. So there's a lot of customization that you can do with this. Really cool plugin, guys. Like, it is very cool. It just makes your server stand out a lot. So I'm going to head and just close this menu real quick, and let's go into config, show you guys what you can change. Be sure to check out this video's sponsor, Songoda. Songoda is a new and unique marketplace where you can find free or paid custom plugins. With the help of continuous user and developer feedback, Songoda is continuously working towards making those ideas a reality. Visit the Songoda Marketplace and Discord with the links below. So in our plugins folder, we can go to our cinematic UI, and we can go to the UIs, and here's the test one that we made, and here's the help one. So if we go ahead and open it, the three biggest things right here is where this is position relative, which is false. So this is basically wherever you're standing, that is where the CUI will be made. So you can either have it where players can open it where they are, or they'll be teleported to wherever the location is. So if we just go ahead and set this to true, that means that any player, wherever they're walking, they can go ahead and just open this UI, and it won't teleport them to the spawn where we set it to. So I'm going ahead and change that to true. So if you do change the position relative to true, make sure you change all these coordinates to 0, because then this will tell the plugin that the CUI needs to be at the 0, of that specific player, rather than teleporting them like 100 blocks in the air. So make sure you have it to 0, everything 0 if you have this position relative to true. And then here is where you can allow movements if you want. So let's go ahead and set that to true as well, because we have a warp PvP, and then we're going to have a distance to automatically close when they're about, let's say like 6 blocks or something. So then it will close after they reach that amount, and that will be set. And then here's all the rotations, and that's pretty much everything. But the main 3 things that you can change right here that isn't in the UI builder are these 3 things. So that's pretty simple. So let's go ahead and just save that, and that's pretty much everything that you really need to do in the config. And then we go ahead and go back in game. Then to reload everything, we can do CUI reload, and that will reload all your configurations. So you can also use signs as well to open the menu. So you can do CUI in brackets, and then the next line is going to be whatever name that you named it. So for my example, it is help. So if we go ahead and click on it, as you see, it does open everything properly, and we can now like move around and everything. And so say we want to go to the warp PvP right here, so we can go ahead and click it. As you see, we are now teleported, and it won't teleport us back now because we have made the movement to be true. So then we can also use the command to open it. So we can do open and help, and there we go. It is all right here. So we can do like our crate system again. So we can go ahead and use that crates so to get something good. So let's see what we get. We got $1,000, not bad. And then we can like close the menu again. So anyways, that is this plugin. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to come join my Discord and enter the giveaway. See you guys next time.